Hello and welcome to this edition of Filter Kaapi. Today something very unprecedented took place in Hyderabad. About a dozen retired IAS officers met Andhra Pradesh Governor ESL Narasimhan at Raj Bhavan and complained about the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu Naidu. Their complaint was that Naidu had used language against the Chief Secretary of the state and that was unbecoming of the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. With me is Uma Sudhir, Executive Editor of NDTV, to discuss the kind of step taken by these retired bureaucrats of Andhra Pradesh. This is something very unprecedented. When I spoke to IVR Krishna Rao, retired Chief Secretary of Andhra Pradesh, who's now of course with the BJP, he said that the idea was to present an alternate view, because what Chandrababu Naidu is doing is to speak as though there is no other alternate view. So they wanted to put this out in the public domain. They did not really expect the governor to do anything. But the fact that so many retired officers actually come out in the open, what kind of signals does it send about Andhra Pradesh and the bureaucracy?
Mr. Krishna Rao, I must point out, has had an antagonistic relationship with Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. Yes, there were other officers with him who may or may not have had the smoothest of relationships with the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. But yes, the fact that all these people have a public standing, they have a stature and they know what they're talking about, they come out and say that we do not agree with the view of the Chief Minister, who is taking on the Election Commission, who is taking on the electronic voting machines. In fact, the agenda of the Chief Minister has been political. He has gone to Delhi, he has gone to Karnataka, to Bengaluru. Today he has again gone to Tamil Nadu, Chennai, and in all these places he is talking about the unreliability of the EVMs and the fact that these officers are now saying that his attack on the Chief Secretary, who incidentally was in fact replaced. He had replaced a former Chief Secretary, Anil Chandra Puneta, LV Subramaniam.
At the instance of the Election Commission.
Yes, at the instance of the Election Commission, just less than a week before elections or voting happened in the state of Andhra Pradesh, and that was not something that the Chief Minister was happy about at all. But the fact that he chose to take on a top bureaucrat of the state has angered these retired officials who want to say that he is not right. We have a point of view and the public needs to know about it.
So what does this mean, Uma, that the bureaucracy is essentially getting divided on political lines? When the next government gets sworn in, whoever it may be, whether it is Naidu coming back to power or a Jagan Mohan Reddy coming to power on the 23rd of May, the bureaucracy gets marked as these are my men and these are not my men. And that's very dangerous for bureaucracy.
One of the important things about the Indian Administrative Services, for that matter, the All India Services, was that neutrality was one of the key words that we talk about, and the fact. All of us know, for having watched politics from close quarters and bureaucracy as well, that bureaucrats also tend to be not so neutral. And the fact that in senior officers బయటకు వచ్చి మాట్లాడుతున్నారు అంటే ఆల్రెడీ అక్కడ పొలిటికల్ అలైన్మెంట్స్ ఎలా ఉన్నాయి, వాళ్ళ పొలిటికల్ ఇంక్లినేషన్ అనేది చూడాలా, లేకపోతే దీన్ని ఆర్ దే ఓన్లీ ట్రైంగ్ టు ప్రొటెక్ట్ ద న్యూట్రాలిటీ ఆఫ్ ద బ్యూరోక్రసీ బై సేయింగ్ దట్ మమ్మల్ని దీనిలో లాగొద్దు, మీకు పాలిటిక్స్ ఉండొచ్చు, మీకు జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారితో డిఫరెన్సెస్ ఉండొచ్చు, లేకపోతే ఎలక్షన్ కమిషన్ తోటి కూడా ఉండొచ్చు వాళ్ళ ప్రొసీజర్స్ గురించి, కానీ మీరు మా బ్యూరోక్రాట్స్ని మీరు దీనిలో లాగొద్దు అనే ఒక సిగ్నల్ కూడా ఉండొచ్చు.
ఓకే, a couple of points I must point out, because the retired IAS officers also spoke about the manner in which Chandrababu Naidu had quote unquote intimidated the chief electoral officer, Mr. Dwivedi, by going to his office and speaking to him in a particular tone. In fact, they are now questioning, and these are people with a pro-Telugu Desam bias, they are questioning as to why people are not taking the chief electoral officer to task for the manner in which voting went on till very late in the night, in fact in some polling stations beyond midnight. So they feel that what the chief minister did was perhaps not all wrong. And the other thing is what Uma was pointing out about how the bureaucrats also get labeled. There is this very interesting instance from 1999 elections when one very senior bureaucrat in a very important position in the then Andhra Pradesh government believed that Chandrababu Naidu was going to lose that election. So he went actually to YS Rajshekar Reddy, who was leading the Congress campaign at that time, and presented to him a particular report which told YSR that the Congress was going to come to power. Chandrababu Naidu came to know that this particular senior IAS officer had gone to YSR in order to perhaps curry favor with YSR, hoping that if YSR became chief minister, he would get an even better posting. As luck would have it, YSR did not win the election. Chandrababu Naidu got re-elected as chief minister. And Chandrababu Naidu in his second term as Chief Minister, posted that officer as the Khadi Commissioner. So perhaps there is a lesson in it for all the IAS officers that they should not probably get very close to any politician or leader and they should probably just focus on doing their job. That's it then on this edition of Filter Kaapi. We'll continue to bring all the latest political developments which are taking place both in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, even though the elections are over, but there's a lot happening in the two Telugu states. Thanks a lot for watching.